It sounds like a new Wi-Fi password just dropped and we didn't get the memo, you know? And listen, just to be clear here, no one's making a joke out of Indigenous women. That's not what the focal point is. What is the focal point is this forced teaming of the LGBT community by activists like Leah Gazan, who is an unapologetic socialist member of Canada's parliament, who completely lacks the awareness that this is not meaningful inclusion, nor is it helpful. And this has nothing to do with the LGBT community and has everything to do with hijacking and diluting a very, very serious issue. And quite frankly, Chanel, people are tired. We're fatigued.
It is fatigue. It is at some point, you look at the people who are standing behind all of this and how serious they are, how they nod their heads, and they're very serious people with serious policy powers, and that's where it comes home for the rest of us, because you listen to these people and you realize they do have some control over our lives in everyday matters.
That's an interesting point to make. It's also important to note, too, that woke activists like Leah Gazan, who made that viral clip this morning, lack the awareness that one cannot simply smash two different groups for political points. One is race, ethnicity, and ancestry, and then the other is sexuality. And it also, it reduces the overall visibility of the issue, and it's not doing anyone favors here. And quite frankly, people are fed up. Enough is enough at this point.
Many European countries are now sharply restricting puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones for minors due to weak evidence of the benefits and the serious risks that are associated with these procedures, like infertility, bone density loss. Why do you believe that these gender ideology ideas and practices are actually being turned around in places like Europe, which I think surprises a lot of people, because Europe seems very forward-leaning on this stuff? They're the first to jump off the ship now.
I love that you brought this up, because a perfect example just happened earlier this week in the California legislature with Johnny Skinner, who is a gay detransitioner that was taking puberty blockers between the ages of 13 and 21. It's a gay detransitioner. He went up to the state capitol in California earlier this week and opposed Scott Wiener, who is a very well-known writer of legislation pertaining to gender-affirming care for minors. So to have Scott Wiener visibly uncomfortable hearing a gay detransitioner's testimony is huge. This is how the Overton window opens. This is how we're going to get real accountability, is finally what's going to be happening. And it's because all of these detransitioners are speaking up. A lot of them happen to be same-sex attracted. This is how accountability will come. So the only reason why this is happening is because a lot more detransitioners are having the courage to speak up, and it's a beautiful thing to see, and it's something that we need to continue to amplify, because that's the only way that change is going to happen.
It's discouraging to see this language still creeping into the lexicon in Canada, because whatever happens in Canada, we've talked about this, whatever happens in Canada, it spreads to the blue states, and then it becomes policy, and pretty soon we're seeing it around the country. So Canada, what happens there is not just something that's happening up north. It's our neighbor. They end up leaking their policies into places like Wisconsin, Minnesota, California. So it's not a insignificant topic, but I'm glad that there's some people, some corners of the world that are waking up. Well, Palace, you guys are doing a great job over there at Gays Against Groomers to keep the masses awake. This is obviously a continuing conversation, so we appreciate all the things that you're doing over there.
Thanks for having us.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.